Hey guys, welcome back. This is Inside Fitness Radio Presents Total Fitness Podcast. My name is Matthew,
I'm Walter.
and today we are talking about the age of bulking and cutting. Is it over? Is it still alive? Are people doing it still? Is it worth doing it still? Let's find out. So, I think everybody at some point in their life, if they're kind of in the bodybuilding realm or the strength training realm or wanting to gain muscle realm, has gone through the bulking or cutting, or everybody knows what bulking or cutting is. Bulking, you're trying to gain weight; cutting, you're trying to lose weight. Simple as that. When you look at it from the fitness aspect with bodybuilding or strength training or wrestling, fighting, whatever it might be, bulking is the idea of trying to gain muscle to move up a weight class, maybe. Cutting is to lose all the body fat so you get really lean, so you make weight for a sport, or you make weight for a show, or you just lean out so you win the show, all that kind of stuff. Honestly, I think it's dead. I think at this day and age, with all of the research behind how food actually processes in your body, how training can actually affect how you gain muscle, lose weight, all that sort of fun stuff, depending on what sport you're in or maybe how fast you want to get there, I think it's over.
I have to agree. I think it's definitely old school. There are those people who are going to continue to do it, but I think it's something that, and having gone through it, to me, it's really not healthy at all. If you let the body do what it needs to do, you can actually lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. So why would you put on a bunch of weight that you then have to turn around and lose?
Yeah, the key distinction to what you're saying, though, is how long that will take. It will take a long, long time. And that's
And if you're
why
using a Stairmaster, it's even longer. It feels even longer.
Yeah, that's the point I want to bring up. Bulking and cutting, I've done it. And did I get results from it? Absolutely. Did I enjoy force feeding food into my body just so I could gain a pound a week? Sometimes if it was really tasty food. But no, it's uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I wasn't feeling the best. I was out of breath all the time. I was, it just wasn't a fun time. Cutting, on the other hand, there's a brief period where I was cutting and I'd be like, oh man, this feels great. I feel like I have tons of energy. I'm pretty well satiated. I don't have too much hunger. I don't have, too much body fat. I'm kind of lean, but kind of muscular. I'm liking this. And then you hit that point where it's like, all right, game over. I feel like crap. And you just have to keep pushing and starve yourself to the point where you get on stage and you're good to go. And as Walter was saying, you don't need to bulk or cut anymore. The research has shown that stimulation while training, so stimulation to your muscle while training, if you are stimulating enough, will gain you muscle even within a deficit.
And the muscle will actually help you to burn more calories.
Yeah.
So that you can lose a little bit. Like taking it out of the bodybuilding world entirely and looking at my basic clientele, the people that I get. And I do, yes, my clientele is skewed towards an older age. But people come in wanting to lose weight and put on muscle. They don't want to spend 6 months with me to lose weight, or 6 months putting on a bunch of weight and then having to lose half of it back. It's inefficient. And I think it can carry through to bodybuilding. It's not an efficient way to do it. Is it still a way? It works. We know it works.
It's faster.
Is it efficient enough?
Well, it's efficient because
do both
faster
at the same time.
Well, see, and this is where we're going to lose a few people. It's like it's way faster. Bulking is the greatest way. Being in a calorie surplus is the easiest way to gain muscle and fat.
And fat.
I said that. Don't worry. I covered that. It's the easiest way to do that. I'm not denying that. If I need to gain weight, bulking is the way to go. If I need to gain muscle faster than, within a 6-month period, if you're giving me 6 months to gain 10 pounds, I'm bulking. Because maintaining, a decent amount of calories while trying to stay lean, while trying to gain a little bit of muscle, it's going to take too long.
But again, you're speaking from a bodybuilding perspective.
I'm speaking from just a general.
But on a general perspective, is someone wanting to gain weight when they come to you?
They're trying to gain muscle.
They may want to gain muscle
if
they're younger. But generally speaking, what they want to do is, I hate using these words, lose weight and tone up.
Tone, baby, tone.
But here's the thing, and I dissuade them from ever using that word in my presence again. However, it is for them, the muscle mass they will gain is not worth the extra time spent in something they may not enjoy yet, to gain that excess weight, to have to lose it again. So for the average person who wants it fast, you can't take the time to lose the weight, or you can't take the time to gain the muscle unless it's happening all at the same time.
That's a slippery slope, though, because the average person who wants to do it fast probably doesn't know what they're doing.
No, I'm talking about the average person with me.
Oh, because you're
the average person who is taking the time to go and try to learn what they're doing.
Yeah.
If we teach them, well, you got to bulk up, they're not good. They'll go fine with the bulk up. They'll put on the weight, and then they'll have a hell of a time getting the weight off.
Or vice versa, depending on
or they'll think, okay, now that I've bulked up, I have to get on the treadmill for 6 hours a day and lose all the muscle tissue that they gain because they're no longer pushing the weights. It's a really bad cycle to get into. Whereas if we are teaching them properly.
Just the research. No, but that's it. I mean, Greg Doucette is a great example of this. He promotes main gaining, I think is the word he uses. But that's exactly what it comes down to. When you are training hard enough, and I'm not saying you have to go crazy heavy. I'm not saying you have to be in the gym for hours. It's the intensity. And that's what I don't think people understand.
Just don't take 5 minutes on Instagram in between every set.
Basically, that's what it comes down to. Intensity is what matters in the gym. The reason a construction worker swinging a hammer at a pole all day long, every single day, 12 hours a day for the past 10 years, there's a reason his arm isn't completely massive compared to his left side. It's because the muscle gets used to that motion of swinging it, gets used to the weight of the hammer, gets used to the pounding on the nail. You have to stimulate the muscle in a way, and that requires a level of intensity. And people aren't willing to necessarily do that. So the easier way of doing things is I'm going to eat more food because calorie surpluses work, and they do. I'm not denying that. They work. So I'm going to eat that. I'm going to train the way I train. I'm going to gain weight. Yes, muscle, a little bit of fat as well. And then I'll cut down and I'll just do that whole cycle and cut and bulk and cut and bulk and cut and bulk, because that's what, that's what everybody did back in the 60s, 70s, 80s. That's what people are still doing nowadays. Because
they also didn't have cell phones. Do we want to go back there?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, when I'm agreeing with you, though.
I know.
You're fighting me on this. No, I mean, maintaining your, maintenance calories is where you should be at, in my opinion. You don't need to be on a stupid amount of calories a day. Like, even if you look at a guy like Nick Walker, Chris Bumstead, Nick Walker is a bodybuilder who is like 280 pounds or something, 300 pounds almost in his off season. He's only eating 4,500 calories a day. He's still gaining weight. It's the intensity that he trains it and how he recovers from those workouts. He's sleeping well. He's getting the right nutrition. He's getting the right nutrients. He's feeding his body well. That's really important. And people don't want that. It takes him a little bit longer. I mean,
but that brings up a whole other question.
I mean, he has help from other things.
So important, right? And I mean, very often I'll have the guy who is smaller, wants to put on the weight, and rather than thinking about his nutrition, he's going to think about buying something off the black market. And honestly, dissuade. Why don't we look at what you're eating?
Because that's too hard. It's
bump your calories up a little bit.
It's quick.
Well, it's hard. They have to think.
It's quick. But this is the whole argument: is what is bulking or cutting worth it in the long run? I mean, sure, if you're looking for faster results, faster, because again, yes, you can gain muscle faster and you can lose weight faster if you cut. Is it better to maintain a decent calorie maintenance where you're eating what your body requires, you're training hard, you're doing cardio the way you should for cardiovascular health, maybe not even for weight loss, just for cardiovascular health, because that's important, not talked about enough. It'll take you so much longer to get there, but you'll be healthier doing it. You'll have a better relationship with training and food while doing it, in my opinion, and it lasts longer.
So I think one of the upsides of that is if you are bulking and then you've got to lose that weight, what you see is I get bigger, but you don't see muscle definition. You don't necessarily see what muscle you've actually built. Then you have to lose the weight in order to see that definition. But if you are on the maintenance diet that you're talking about, you can be losing fat while you're still putting on not as much muscle, but it'll be much more visible.
It just takes so much more
You
time.
will realize you have it that much more.
It just takes so much more. It does.
It doesn't.
Well,
not everybody is trying to reach the level of a bodybuilder.
Thank you for making that point. Yes.
They're not going to try and get to this.
Yeah.
They just want to get this looking really good.
You're right. No, and that's actually, thank you for bringing that up, because my headspace right now is thinking like a bodybuilder physique.
Well, yeah,
you're exactly.
I want to put on an extra 50 pounds over the next 3 years.
Yeah, for most people, it's like I want to lose 5 pounds and have a little bit more definition in my arms. That's possible within 3 months to 6 months.
Yeah,
easy if done the right way. I mean, for your average person,
it doesn't involve bulking.
This is Inside Fitness, so we do definitely have more advanced and intermediate level lifters and people who've been in this for a little bit longer.
True.
And advanced and people way smarter than we are. But yeah, it comes down to that.
We're going to say things about this podcast.
But that's it. I mean, if you are looking for the fast results, sure, bulking, cutting is the way to go. If you're looking to gain weight really fast or lose weight really fast, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Looking for something sustainable where you can still have a cookie or two once in a while, and you can miss a meal and you don't have to be like 100% all the time. Maintaining is the way to do it. If you're looking at it from a sport perspective as well, hell man, I'm in boxing right now. I've been maintaining my weight for the past 6 months. And my diet has not been chicken and rice, which I had to do beforehand to maintain that, to maintain the physique I had. I think I mentioned it to you earlier. I'm not sure if we did this on the podcast. I've been eating like half-pound cookies. They're 1,000 calories each. I've had 5 this week. I've had pizza this week. I had tacos on Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, That's what it comes down to.
The nature of your workouts has changed.
But that's it. It's the intensity as well. I'm way more intense with what I'm doing. And that's the whole point. If you're intense with your workouts, if you're smart enough with the diet, you can have a moderation cookie, you can have moderation with popcorn. And this is why, we're talking like the main Ganium, which Greg Doucette promotes, and other fitness celebrities, I guess you could call them, promote, is because it works for the lifestyle client, for the lifestyle person. If you are at the bodybuilding level or the sports level, it also works for you. You just have to be smarter with it. And you have to understand it's not going to be as quick. It's going to take a little bit more time, but it's going to work.
I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, you don't need to bulk in the old school way of bulking with like all those calories, forcing yourself like you're making foie gras, but if you want to still up your protein by a certain amount, up your calories, because you know that it's your season, you're not in prep, we'll put it that way, then you can still gain muscle a little more quickly without putting on all that extra weight.
Yeah.
So why would you go through the full bulk? I mean, the concept of clean bulk, I guess, is what we're talking about, but a bulk that allows you to put on a little bit more without having to put on all that excess body fat.
See, but even a clean bulk, like there's arguments out there that are saying clean bulking is like you need to be in a 500 calorie surplus. Whereas maintenance is your maintenance. You just need, as long as you are training hard enough, as long as you are eating the right food and you're recovering well, you're sleeping well, you had enough water, you eat the right, or you're getting the right nutrients into your body, you should be okay. It's just going to take a little bit longer. I get your point. Yeah.
No, all I'm saying though is if you are cognizant of what's going on in your body, and you feel 100%. You need to add a little more, add 200 extra calories a day.
Exactly.
Don't add 1,000 extra calories a day. Add 200, see what happens in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Add another 200.
It's that quick result, because again, that's exactly it. People will be like, well, what if I only add 100 calories, 200 calories a day and I don't gain anything from it? Well, at least now you can increase the calories a little bit more.
Or maybe you need to look at the intensity of your workouts. The
intensity, or also the food you're eating.
Yeah.
You could have gut issues. You could have digestion issues. You could have so many other things. So, I mean, that's a whole other topic, but
yes,
intensity matters, guys. And consistency.
So do it.
Yeah. There you go, guys.
All right.
I mean, that's our opinion. if you feel we're completely wrong, by all means, let us know. We want to hear your opinions.
If you think we're right, let us know.
That
Okay?
too. That would be nice.
Let us know. Just click the things down below. Let us know what's going on, what you're feeling, and if you have any topics you'd like discussed, we'll consider them.
Absolutely, guys.
We're always looking for something new.
Absolutely. Once again, I'm Matthew. That's Walter. There we go. Sorry, you're on my other screen.
Stay light, stay breezy.
Stay safe, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.